All right, looks like we are live and we are back again. Welcome back, guys, to Transportation Tuesday. And today is December 16th, almost Christmas. Let's see what we got down here. All right, looks like we are live. Okay, got that echo on. Okay, let's see what we got going on today. How's the day? Oh, it is great. It is 65 degrees in Colorado. Outside right now. All right. Hope you guys are ready for this Christmas. About to do some traveling. I'm about to go on a long road trip. Let's see. Okay, we got 18 in the building right now. All right, you guys saw the thumbnail. You see the thumbnail? So seems like we've been doing express lanes topics almost every week. Like these things are opening up all over the country, it seems. So I think it's about time to get an express lanes video breaking those things down on the channel. Excuse me. And we got even more here today, starting with California, which is our lead story of the day. Had one of you guys send me that story in the email. So we got 20 in the building, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's head over to California and see what's going on. Oh, this thing is off. Okay, there we go. Okay. So in Solano County, express lanes are now open. So you guys might be used to these if you're out there in that area. I drove through there over the summer and they were free, but now it's time to pay. So let's take a look.
Heads up on this one. Today is the last day to drive toll-free in the express lanes on I-80 in Solano County. Caltrans says starting tomorrow, those fast-track express lanes will be fully operational.
Your reporter, Esteban Reynoso, is getting answers on what you need to know.
Here along I-80 in Vacaville, this is where that express lane is going to start. Starting on Tuesday and forward, it will no longer be free if you're in that far left lane to take the expressway.
New lanes along I-80 in Solano, now no longer free. Starting Tuesday, tolls are required for cars using the express lanes, an incentive, Caltrans says, to avoid heavy traffic headed into and out of the Bay Area.
Oh yeah, I like it.
Do you think more interstate?
For drivers like Glenn Simmon, it's exactly what they want to see.
Make the traffic better out here and make everything safe.
He hopes the express lane can slow down drivers in the other lanes.
And a lot of people out here need to do the same thing because that open, that don't give you the
He's
privilege.
definitely excited.
Just pew, you know.
The once carpool lane turned express lane will be 18 miles between Vacaville and Fairfield. After Fairfield, the carpool lane will become a full express fast-track lane. Caltrans says drivers must have a fast-track toll tag to use the lane. But how much you pay depends on number of factors, including what time you take the express lane, how bad the traffic is, how far you travel, and how many people are in the car with you.
Some people don't see sometimes at the nights. It's better lighting there, and it's not people there.
For Ajmal Kolmani, he doesn't come to the Bay Area as often, but when he does, he prefers the express lane and wants to see even more of them.
Maybe one street or two more, you know, maybe some of them are free, but in emergency, it's okay if they charge or no. It's usable though.
Caltrans.
All right, so as far as these express lanes, I mean, me personally, if you're going to widen the road, depending on how many lanes you have already, I definitely prefer these over those old carpool lanes because the problem with the carpool lanes is that, let's be real, most Americans are not going to carpool just to avoid traffic. Most of these people are suburbanites living in single family homes and they are not going to carpool. So at least with these express lanes, the road generates revenue and it's always about the money. So I'm definitely in favor of express lanes rather than carpool lanes if that's the choice. And let me know what you guys think about express lanes.
Says that if you are caught in that far left lane without a toll tag, you will be mailed a bill as well as a penalty fine on top of that of $10.
And I do want to say that in California, like I said on the I-80 video, if you owe California a toll, they will find you no matter what state you are in. That bill is coming to you. When I came back from California, I had a whole mailbox full of them from driving around the Bay Area. So if you're in California, just be aware that you cannot escape the tolls. Let me show you where Vacaville is on the map for those of you not familiar with California. So Solano County, Vacaville, down here between Sacramento and the Bay Area. And this is a area that gets pretty congested around rush hour. It's only, what, 2:56 over there right now. So it's not bad right now, but come back and look at 5, and you're probably gonna be seeing red over here. So California, new express lanes. And if you guys recall, they also recently did express lanes over here in Marin County off of US 101. So California is all in on express lanes, just like several other states. That's the new wave here in the US. Express lanes, pay to play. And speaking of express lanes, California is not the only state that is adopting new express lanes. Let's go over to our next story. To Tampa Bay, Hillsborough County. Now, you guys probably remember us talking about Hillsborough County a few weeks ago, the most dangerous county for driving in America, and Interstate 4, the most dangerous interstate in America, all in the same area. So, express lanes are coming. Let me see what we got going on. When am I coming to Florida? Ooh, I don't know about that one. It's going to be a while before I get back to Florida. I am going back east for a little while for the holidays, but probably won't be doing Florida. Not this time. All right, so let's check out Hillsborough County and see what the express lanes are here.
New tonight, the plan to ease congestion on I-4 in Hillsborough moves forward. People who commute from Polk County to Tampa say relief cannot come soon enough.
I leave about 2 hours before my appointment because the traffic is so bad, and you can never predict it once you get out there. It's so congested and stop and go.
This project is expected to span 17 miles, and as our Chad Mills found out, officials are putting quite a bit of cash into the changes.
Even though funding for the I-4 express lanes was ultimately approved, not everyone was on board.
Angela Anderson stops at Parksdale Market in Plant City for fresh produce, but there's one thing she avoids when coming here.
I try to, as much as possible because of the congestion, yes.
She tries to avoid this. I-4, one of the nation's most infamous Florida, interstates, one that can make commutes and Disney trips disastrous.
It's just too congested. That's my old story, okay?
That frustration is what pushed Hillsborough County's Transportation Planning Organization to approve $4 million this week for the first step in a major overhaul, preliminary engineering for new express lanes along a 17-mile span of the interstate from I-75 east to County Line Road and the Polk Parkway. The full project is nearly $500 million, and until this year, it wasn't expected to break ground until 2038.
I saw a need to do better than what was planned.
So Governor Ron DeSantis' Moving Florida Forward initiative moved the schedule up by a decade, with construction now set to start in 2028.
There will be relief, probably immediate relief once those lanes are open.
But not everyone is as optimistic, including Neil Manamola.
Widening roads to cure congestion is like loosening your belt to cure obesity.
He thinks the money should go to other solutions like light rail, but that argument did not win out. And the money to start designing the express lanes on I-4 was approved overwhelmingly.
Motion carried 13-2.
But will it be enough to relieve congestion on an interstate where trips are set to double over the next 20 years? We put that question to another driver, Tim Ernst, and his wife.
She's the boss. She says, yeah, it probably help out. Me, I don't know. I don't think it does.
Okay, doesn't sound like he's too optimistic about the express lanes. And speaking of Tampa and I-4, if you guys recall, Orlando actually has similar express lanes. And in my experience, they have worked pretty well in Orlando. But at the same time, this Orlando to Tampa area, I think Tampa is actually growing faster than Orlando and Miami right now, as far as metro areas go. You got to do something because you can't keep increasing the population and never adding more roadway capacity. So will it work in Tampa? That remains to be seen. That remains to be seen because you don't really have too many places to go. You just have I-4 and 75 and 275. So, but it looks like it is coming. They have been approved. Governor DeSantis is all in. The Florida DOT is all in. So whether you like it or not, Tampa, you are getting some more express lanes. Oh, we got a super chat. We got the first donation. Who is this? Nova Scotia. Oh, okay. I might have to look into that. I don't know too much about Nova Scotia. I appreciate the super chat. Okay, shout out to Consumed, longtime supporter of the channel. She is in Kansas City. Shout out to you. I'll be driving through Kansas City here pretty soon, headed back east down I-70. I'm not looking forward to that drive across the plains of Kansas on I-70, but I do need that footage for our I-70 video that we're going to be doing here pretty soon. But yeah, guys, Florida and California are in on the express lanes, so you better get used to it. Now let's talk about some good news. Now you guys saw my community post about Colorado, how cheap the gas is here. So let's take a look at what's going on in Colorado, where we are driving around. We are riding high on the cheap out here in the Rocky Mountains.
While 8-year-old Sarah squeegees, mom pays for the $25 fill-up. And with gas prices like these, summer vacation for the Starskis will have to be somewhere not too far away.
The current state of gas prices is astronomical.
Yeah, we opened the Fox 31 video vault today to find that story. This was June of 2001. Drivers complaining about gas prices at the time hovering around $1.70 or $1.80 a gallon. Tonight, we're finding that again. Our crew spotted one gas station, this one near Evans in Quebec, advertising $1.69 a gallon. And this time, drivers are not complaining at all. Fox 31's Anna Kuhn with what's behind it.
Gas is $1.69 a gallon right now at the Quick Trip on the corner of East Evans and South Monaco Street. That's the cheapest price you'll find across the state, according to Gas Buddy, and also one of the cheapest in the entire country.
There was a long wait line at a Denver Shell station this afternoon on the corner of East Evans and South Quebec Street.
It's surprising to see the lines. I've never seen this line before.
All those drivers looking to fill up the tank at just $1.69 a gallon.
Ooh, $1.69. When was the last time you seen gas that cheap? I don't think it was even that cheap during the pandemic in most places. Wow. I don't think I've seen that since I first started driving. Incredible.
Since I've learned to drive, I don't know if I've ever seen prices that low.
There's a few gas stations scattered across the metro that are selling gas for under $2. And it's the first time it's been that cheap since the COVID-19 pandemic.
That's huge. Going into the holidays, leaving a lot of extra cash in your wallet.
Patrick DeHaan is the head of petroleum analysis at Gas Buddy and says Colorado's low prices are likely a result of simple supply and demand.
A lot of this happening because of multi-year lows for oil prices in addition to seasonally weakening gasoline consumption. Demand down, supply of oil is up. And with the Suncor refinery in Commerce City operating normally, there's been an excess of gasoline, and that's pushing prices down considerably.
And while prices are cheapest in Denver, gas prices across the state average at about $2.41, which is the second cheapest in the U.S. right now, behind only Oklahoma, according to AAA. Gas Buddy says compared to the rest of the country, drivers in Colorado are saving about $5 to $10 a fill-up.
This is really at a great price, and if anybody is not taking advantage of it, they should right now.
It's hard to say exactly how long you'll be able to find gas for under $2 a gallon in Denver, but experts at Gas Buddy say after the holidays, the price will likely start to go up, and that cost will continue to climb in the spring, so they say fill up while you can. In Denver, Anna Kuhn, Fox 30.
All right, guys, what is the gas price in your area? We are under $2 out here in Colorado. Oof. Oof. Okay, what we got? The Cabot, what's that? The Cabot Trail? Okay. I really don't like to do videos on places I haven't been yet. So I'll probably have to get out to Nova Scotia before I'll make a video about it. I like to give you guys my personal experience of these places. We're going to head over to Cincinnati, where we got some news about Interstate 75. Let's see what else you guys are saying down in the chat. Video on 400. I already have a Georgia 400 video. Scroll back a few months. We already talked all about Georgia. 212 in Texas. Okay. €1, 50 a liter. Oh, we got some European guests in the house. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and talk about Cincinnati and what's going on with Interstate 75, which is being realigned with that construction of the new Brett Spence Bridge.
A new arena and high rises downtown, new dedicated bike and walking paths from I-74 down to the Ohio River, returning Queensgate to a vibrant residential and shopping area.
These are all concepts that could soon become reality due to the realignment of I-75 leading up to the new Brent Spence Companion Bridge. Local 12's David Winter is live in the West End right now with the updated Revive Cincinnati plan. David, good evening.
Good evening, Kyle. Good evening, Paula. Good evening, everyone. You may someday not recognize this corridor between the Museum Center and Music Hall. Someday it could be all green space and office space, shops, and residential, even right over I-75.
At the time, we were just making guesses. We didn't really know where the bridge was going. We knew some of the I-75 improvements. We didn't know all of them.
But now we do. The director of Cincinnati's Department of City Planning and Engagement explained in a community web meeting. She explained why the city brought back the firm that reimagined Cincinnati in 2011.
We brought them back to say, how can we take this opportunity and do a better job of connecting our neighborhoods and really help make this work an asset.
The entire plan is comprised of 9 sites along the I-75 corridor, from the Eastern Gateway down to where the Brent Spence Bridge crosses the river.
We're excited to share the ideas that came out of the design week that we held last week.
Megan O'Hara with Urban Design Associates explained how UDA and its partners spent the summer meeting with community groups and other interested parties and doing market research to drive its concepts, like the redesign of the Mill Creek area in the Western Gateway south of I-74.
Here's the concrete channel of the Mill Creek. This area here is vacant. This building is partially vacant. You could build new retail, a restaurant, and an activated area that during the warm weather months, you could imagine.
Let me show you guys where we're talking about here. Now, Cincinnati could use some revitalization. It's one of the places that has not really been growing in the past several decades. So they can definitely use some new development. And the Brett Spence Bridge is the bridge that takes Interstate 71 and 75 over the Ohio River, in dire need of replacement. So that thing is something that's being worked on. You can see it right here. This is the Kentucky side. Here's what they're talking about in Cincinnati. So you got a lot of, not much going on. Looks like some old industrial land over here on this side. Oh, and there's the stadium. Is that the Cincinnati? The Bengals play right here. So that's what we're working with, and that's I-75 right here. This artery. Let's see what the traffic is like right now. Oh boy. Oh boy. There you go.
Families coming here, grabbing a coffee, grabbing some food, bringing their bikes, bringing their kayaks.
The idea of improving bicycle and walking infrastructure is music to Vincent Wilson's ears. As president of the biking advocacy group Queen City Bike, he says more dedicated bike paths connecting Cincinnati's neighborhoods to downtown is better for everyone.
When you have no dedicated facilities, there's nowhere to ride, so people don't ride. But when you build dedicated facilities, what happens is people come out of the woodworks to take advantage of those facilities.
Another example of new areas that can be developed due to I-75's realignment is just west of the new convention center, where either a new arena could go or new 20-story high-rises for office or residential. The West End could include capping the area over I-75 from the Museum Center down to Music Hall and adding walking paths, green space, or even office space and residential.
It's really a chance for us to restore what was taken many, many years ago from our downtown, from our city. And so it's a great opportunity to do what I believe is really get residential going back in the Queensgate area, which is originally part of the West End.
Revive Cincinnati architects are now done with their research and their conceptualization. Now they move up to drawing the plans up and presenting them to city planning and city council. That is expected to happen.
This David Winter guy looks like some actor I've seen before. No, but I guess he's a news anchor. But there it is. Cincinnati is trying to take advantage of I-75 being realigned in preparation for the new Brett Spence Bridge. And they are redeveloping this area. What do you guys think of Cincinnati? That's definitely a place I need to go back to. I was only there for a couple days a few years ago. Ohio. I definitely need to get back up there and really get on the ground. See what's going on in the chat. Oh, yeah. We just talked about the express lanes. Why does it pop up like this? There we go. Okay. Too cold to ride? Yo, it is cold in Ohio right now. Yeah, that's who it is. I think Kirk Douglas. That's what he looks like. Yes, that's what I was thinking. MCD says hi. What's up? What's up? What's up? Cincinnati going to be new? Going to be new what? Okay. What do we got next? Interstate 97 in Maryland. Let's check out what's going on in Maryland. Now, Interstate 97, let's go to the map. Show you guys what that is. That's the highway that connects Baltimore with Annapolis, the capital. So it's this one right here. You can see it comes down to US 50, which we talked about is a hidden interstate that was never signed, and it leads up to that Chesapeake Bay Bridge over here. So 97 runs from right here all the way up to the Beltway in Baltimore. And let's see what's going on with this widening story.
Relief could soon be on the way for drivers who rely on Interstate 97.
State and local leaders gathered in Annapolis today to announce a $113 million project to expand the highway.
Our Anne Arundel County community reporter Caroline Forback tells us why officials are calling the project a top priority.
Joining us today, the Maryland Department of Transportation and State Highway Administration is working with Anne Arundel County to widen a 7-mile stretch of I-97 from Route 32 in Millersville to Route 50 in Annapolis.
For years,
residents in Anne Arundel County and the state have felt the impact of the congestion along this corridor.
The county is contributing more than $10 million toward design and construction. Officials say the project will add a third lane in each direction to improve safety and reduce congestion.
Meaning shorter commute times for workers and businesses and a quicker way for people to get to and from the Eastern Shore.
Right now, more than 100,000 vehicles travel this corridor every day, a number MDOT says is expected to grow to 135,000 by 2045.
Everybody experiences it in this area where it backs up on a routine basis. When this work's done, we want to keep people on the interstate so that the safety on those other arterial roads is improved.
State Highway Administrator Will Pines says construction is expected to begin in 2028 under a design-build contract that should speed up the process.
And it just makes sense. This highway was built to be able to grow if needed, and it will. And so I just want to thank everybody for their participation in this, and let's keep pushing to actually get it done because we're tired of sitting in traffic.
Don't we all hate sitting in traffic? So let's see what 97 looks like right now. Since like one of you guys said in the chat, it is the 5 p.m. rush hour on the East Coast. Sometimes I forget the time difference. Now that I'm out here in Mountain Time. But oh yeah, this is the section right here that they're talking about. The one you see in the orange right here. This is exactly where it's going to be widened. So it looks like they are correct. That's where it is needed. So from the terminus down here at US 50 up to this interchange here in Millersville, we're going to have that third lane. And you guys know what happens after the third lane, right? Express lanes. So the third lane for now. Don't be surprised if you get express lanes in the future. '97 should be I-995. Yeah, it is short like a like an auxiliary interstate. Okay. There was okay. Oh. Tiny cars. Tiny cars. Have you guys heard of tiny cars that they have in other countries? We might be getting some of these tiny cars in America if Trump has his way. Let's see what's going on with this tiny car story.
All right, well, now President Trump is making a big push for tiny cars to be made in America. Max Gordon is in Anaheim, California, with more on this. Max, are drivers really willing to downsize their cars?
Well, David, I think that is the big question. Last year, Ford sold 765,000 F-Series pickup trucks. In comparison, Americans only imported about 7,500 of these things. These are called K cars. And as you can see, they sure are cute. Yeah, what you're looking at right here is a 1996 Honda Acti van, and gets up to about 70 miles per hour if you're really pushing it. We talked to the owner of this van about the reaction she gets out on the road.
It's fun when you drive down the road and people just like give you thumbs up and smile. I feel like it brings people together instead of like honking and being mad, you know?
A K vehicle in Japan must meet certain specifications. The engine has to be under 660 cc's, and the vehicle has size restrictions. All this so that the car is subject to lower taxes in Japan. But their fuel efficiency and practicality have also caught on in the U.S., and there's a growing import market for these small cars. We talked to the CEO of a brokerage called Oiwa, which sources K cars from auctions in Japan. They say you can legally buy and import 25-year-old or older examples from anywhere from between $8,000 to $15,000.
These get more looks than a Lambo does. And from a business standpoint, you know, a lot of my customers are business owners and look at these vehicles as a marketing tool because they're like magnets to people's eyes. So they're very popular in that sense.
K vehicles have also gotten a good reaction from President Trump. The president posting on Truth Social, "I've just approved tiny cars to be built in America. Manufacturers have long waited to do this, just like they're so successfully built in other countries. But K vehicles don't comply."
Well, they are pretty cute, aren't they? So would you guys drive one of these K cars? Would you drive this tiny car? I mean, I'm sure they're very cheap compared to what we got here. And you don't even see too many small cars on the road. It's like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but it seems like over the past 20, 30 years, everybody has to get a gigantic pickup truck or SUV. It almost feels like if you're driving a normal size economy car or a smaller car, you feel like you're going to get ran over by one of these giant cars that everyone is driving these days. And they just keep getting bigger and bigger to where I'm wondering, how are people affording these $50,000, $60,000 gigantic SUVs and pickup trucks that I see everywhere? You don't even see the small pickup trucks anymore. I've never seen one of these K cars in person. Not out here.
With U.S. safety regulations, we reached out to the DOT to see if any changes are on the way. A spokesperson replied, under President Trump's strong leadership, Secretary Duffy is working to ensure Americans can afford the car that fits their family's needs, whether gas-powered or electric. As with all vehicles, manufacturers must certify that they meet U.S. federal motor vehicle safety standards, including for crashworthiness and passenger protection. But the question remains, will anyone actually buy these here in the United States? But what I can tell you, they sure are fun to drive. David, back to you.
All right.
So that's the question, my fellow American viewers. Would you drive a K car? Would you buy one of these cars, especially if they're under $10,000? I'll honestly say that I probably wouldn't. I at least need a full-size sedan. I'm not into the giant SUVs, but I do like a full-size vehicle. But I would love to check one of these out. And actually, I think there was one more story. Are we missing one? Yeah, it was New Jersey. Let's see if we can find it. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Real quick.
Well, Justin, we told you that gas prices were at an historic low. The price of gas will soon go up in New Jersey come 2026. The gas tax rate in the state is going up by 4.2 cents per gallon on January 1st, and that means the total rate will be at 49.1 cents per gallon. That's close to some of the highest in the country. Now, the money, we're told, will be used to support the Garden State's Transportation Trust Fund, which improves infrastructure.
All right, so that was a quick one for you guys. Gas prices are at historic lows, so New Jersey has taken the opportunity to raise the gas tax, and I got no problem with that. I personally felt like New Jersey's roads were in much better condition than neighboring Pennsylvania and New York. So whatever they're doing in the Garden State, they're doing pretty good when it comes to the roads. And let's see. Okay, there we go. All right, guys, that's the stories for today. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat before we get up out of here. So audio was good today? No cutting in and out of the audio on this one like last week? We got a super chat today from, what's that, Gifkas Poison? Shout out to you again. See what else you guys are saying down here before we head out. Smalls I've seen are the Smart 4.2s. The Fiat 500. Yeah, I've seen one of those. Small BMW coupe. Okay. Said the K cars are very comfortable. I gotta check them out. I gotta check them out. And yeah, SUVs are the soccer mom vehicle. If you drive around the suburbs, like anywhere, everybody has an SUV. Like right now, I have a Right now I have a smaller car, and I feel like I better get a bigger car just to be more safe in case one of these cars hits me. Ryder says, I'm your biggest fan. All right, shout out to you. Shout out to you. I mean, you're here in the live stream, so you're definitely one of, how many we got watching right now? We got 46, so you're one of the top 46. If you're single, it can work. Yeah, when you're single, you can get away with a lot of things. When kids come into the picture, you got to reevaluate your life choices. Said you can't fit in one. I'll drive a Honda anything. Yeah, Hondas are really good. My first car was a Honda, and when I started on YouTube, I had over 200,000 miles on it. That thing made it all the way over 300,000 without any major issues. So Hondas last forever. A Honda, what's that? X. Okay. Interstate Proposal I-333. How can New Jersey raise their gas prices but you can't pump your own gas? Oh man. What do they say that paying those attendants to pump gas makes New Jersey's gas higher already, is what I heard. Would I ride on I-240 in Asheville? Yeah, I already been on that. Check out the Miles Mike Travels channel. It's already on there. I think I got 2 videos of 240 in Asheville. Sounds greedy. New Jersey already has toll roads, but they need more money. Oh yeah, the government never has enough money, you know. I'm shocked that gas prices this low. Yeah, I am too. I've never seen them this low. Okay, the audio is good. Perfect. All right. Toronto got some new transit lines. Send me an email. You driving Alfa Romeo? Okay. I thought it was Alfa Romeo. Okay. Florida gas prices are very low. Yeah, Florida is usually on the cheaper side when it comes to gas because they got so many toll roads. Are you enjoying your time in Denver? I'm actually working on a video probably here pretty soon. I'm going to tell you guys what I think about Denver so far. So be on the lookout for that probably here in the coming weeks. Definitely got some things to say about the Mile High City so far. Shout out from the DMV. When's the next driving video dropping? We're talking about a new interstate this Friday. We're going on a trip. We're talking about an interstate that runs along the Rocky Mountains this Friday, to give you an idea. So be sure to be waiting for that to drop Friday afternoon at 3. All right, guys, I think that does it for today. Thank you all for watching and showing up to this live. And I will see you all next week. Stay safe out there with your Christmas travels. And we got a video dropping tomorrow about a new type of intersection. And on Friday, we're going to do another trip down a major interstate highway. So stay tuned for both of those. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. We end this.